Welcome everybody. Today I'm going to be discussing Spirit Halloween's first wave of their new 2025 animatronic lineup. As always, these are my opinions and you do not have to agree, but that's all I have to say, and now let's get into the first animatronic. Now, the mutant sewer rat did not come as a surprise to anyone as his box was leaked a little over a month ago. I think he's a very unique prop, being a rat, and I believe there's only been one other retail rat animatronic, which is the Maggie rat from Morris Costumes last year. And I think compared to that, he is much more superior because his build is a lot more unique and his audio is much better. But he is very tiny, I think coming in about 4.2 feet, which is way too little for being, I know he's a rat, but he should have been taller. But that's all I have to say about him. Now let's get into the next prop. Now, Night Owl is not a prop I am a fan of. He is more so a Pan-Asian creation prop than he is SVI in my opinion, because he looks built very cheap. And he also looks like an old Pan-Asian creation skeleton from like 2015. I'm not a huge fan of his limited animation, and all that boils down to him being $250 also. Apparently he's huge. I think he's like 6 feet tall and probably like 10 feet or like not 8 feet wide, which is very big for an owl, and maybe he's more intimidating in person. But until then, my judgments on him is that he's not a very good prop. That's all I have to say for him. Now let's get into the next prop. Now, for the mostly agreed upon fan favorite of this first wave of Spirit Halloween animatronics is Valak, aka the Nun. She is a first-of-a-kind full-body movement jump scare from retail. She moves forward at about a foot length, but like Mr. Dark and Emmeline all have stationary parts of their body that don't move. Her whole body moves from a scissor mech. That questionable quality we'll have to see this season, but I think she's great. I think with a 20% off coupon, I think that brings her to like $240 or $250. She's 100% worth it. She has really well detailed. She's a life size at 5.8 feet tall. But that's all I have to say about her. Now let's get into the next prop. In my opinion, Electrified Corpse is definitely a valid return for this year. Not only does he fit their theme very well, he also still holds his own as a 2025 prop, even though he is almost 10 years old, his original version coming out in 2016. I believe this version has been improved, and it looks to be a little faster than the 2016 version, but don't quote me on that. He is an awesome prop, though. Great return, good for $150, a great budget prop, and that's all I have to say about him. Now let's get into the final prop. Now, Two-Face Teddy is in what my opinion might be, and so far is, the biggest letdown of the year. When I heard the name, I thought he was going to be a huge, like 4 or 5 foot tall teddy bear that was like sitting and it would turn his head in super quickly like a jump scare, which is not what we got. He turns his head very slowly, which is okay. He's a very good beginner prop and a pretty good budget prop. If you use a 20% off coupon, he's like $110, and I'm sure he'll be left for 50% off. But I think he is a good prop for what he is, but I was really hoping for a teddy bear. But that's all I have to say about him. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye.